Alright, hello and welcome to Rock Cycle. Now today we're going to be looking at the Trnsmt 2019's lineup. Now this is going to be my first live video on the channel just because I wanted to get this done out and quickly, or to make sure it's as relevant as possible once the lineup's done. So this may be a bit dodgy, lower quality, and I may stumble a bit, we'll see how this goes, hey ho. Well, Trnsmt announced their lineup today in a bit of an interesting way, playing a game on Facebook where you had to guess who it was from the lyrics. I personally thought that was a bit of an interesting and fun way to announce the lineup, but looking at the other comments of the people on the stream, it seems like quite a lot of people weren't enjoying it because it did drag out for quite a long time. So well, now before we go to the actual lineup, the headliners we've got Stormzy, Catfish in the bottom, and George Ezra. Now, to be honest, they're all good artists, but it's just disappointing. Last year Trnsmt was probably too good for its own sake. You had Queen, Arctic Monkeys, Liam Gallagher, The Killers, Bruno Mars, Stereophonics. So that was just a headliners. We're not even looking at the mid-card there, and that was just an insane lineup. So this year had such high expectations going into it, and there's so many big rumours going around like Biffy Clyro, Muse, even The Who, which would have been a big shock, which I personally loved. There's so many rumours based on how good last year's festival was that this festival, unless they had some sort of crazy unlimited budget, there's no way they were going to be able to live up to the hype really, which they unfortunately created for themselves. Especially now they've condensed it down into a 3-day festival compared to 6 days they had last year. They've just got less space, so there's less acts they can actually have on. And as well, like, you can't just take all the good acts from 6 days and put them down into 3 days and like have acts who would be on like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon coming on the main stage. So like the Cortinas who were on late last year, shoved them in this year and put them on at 12 in the afternoon. That would just be wrong. It's not how the festival works. So when we actually look at the three headliners, Catfish, and the bottom, and George Ezra both seem like fairly natural fits for the festival. They're both pretty decent acts. They're good fun, and I'm sure you'll enjoy seeing them, and I probably will too, since I'll probably be going this year, so may see any of you there if you go. But yeah, they're both sort of good fits, but they don't have the star power and the attraction that the big rock bands they had last year, like The Killers and Arctic Monkeys had. They just don't have that level of, well, star power, that many great songs they can rely on. They're both George Ezra on 2 albums, Catfish in the Bottom on 2 now, we'll have 3 by then. I just don't have as much old classic tunes that you like. And Stormzy as well, he seems to be doing quite well for himself this year after already being announced to headline Glastonbury. He is not such a natural fit at the festival, but he's really become one of those guys which is fitting the rock and roll attitude without being a rock and roll artist, which seems to be a thing that's being talked about more and more and more. I've seen him live quite a few times. It does have the rock and roll atmosphere from the crowd with him. So it's certainly very enjoyable, even if he is an odd fit. Now we look down at the rest of the lineup. We got acts like Gary Cinnamon, Years and Years, Bastille, Snow Patrol, Kooks, Wombats, Tom Grennan. That's all and Example. They're all acts that I'm interested in. I think they're very good mid-card acts to keep you interested throughout the day, plus a few other ones. There's quite a lot of acts on there which I personally haven't listened to, but they're ones you always hear people talk about. Things like Sandara Karma, DMA, Sigrid, AJ Tracy, The Hunter, and Circa Waves. Like, they're all bands that are pretty hot at the moment. A lot of people are talking about, and they're getting a lot of attention and excitement on them. Ooh, and the Amazons as well. So like the mid-card of it is pretty decent, but it's those mid-level acts that are good, which you go and enjoy at a festival, but they're not what makes you buy the ticket. You don't buy the ticket to see the Wombats or Years and Years or Bastille. You buy it for the headliners. So they've got a very good mid-card. It's just those headliners are just a bit disappointing, to be honest. Like, a friend said to me, it would be a banging festival if they just had a proper set of 3 big headliners before them. I think that's exactly right. The festival is like a solid mid-card, but you want 3 big bands like Biffy, Muse and Bring Me and all those other bands that were being rumoured for the festival. So like, if they had them, this would be a great festival, but I just think it's just missing something a bit this year. It's a good festival, it's just such a fall from grace from where it was last year. So anyway, that's just my quick comments on this live stream for Trnsmt Festival 2019. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you want to subscribe, I would really appreciate that to help the channel grow a bit at the moment. And if you want to follow on Twitter, that's at rock__cycle. So let me know what you think and see you in the next video.